The latest Beyblade X releases in October have landed and the meta is changing once again. But don't you worry, I'm here to keep you on your A game and bring you the latest and greatest meta trends and analysis. We're going to break down where the Beyblade X meta has landed going into November, the top performing combos and parts as of now, and whether the exciting newcomers like Clock Mirage, Soul Eclipse, and Trans Kick have stuck the landing or taken an early tumble. This analysis is rooted in data that comes from a custom tool I've made with my friend Joss that analyzes literally thousands of entries in the official WBO winning combinations thread and pools the winning combos into one place. This tool adds custom point values, weighting to the full data set, month by month ranking comparisons, part by part competitive values, and so much more. I provide this tool completely free to the community and have spent literally hundreds of hours building and maintaining it. So if that's something you appreciate, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications to be up to date on everything happening in Beyblade X. Your support really means the world to me, so without further ado, let's get into it. Just before that, this video would not be possible without today's sponsor, Baylocker. You can use code WIZARD for 8% off your next order, and boy, do they have some incredible parts restocked. Yep. Baylocker just completed their biggest restock ever of the most sought-after competitive Beyblade X parts. To celebrate this restock, they've partnered with your favorite Beyblade creators, like myself, to feature our signature combos. When they approached me about this, I had to pick the combo that I discovered through my testing alongside my community, Shark Scale 450 level. This combo has taken me to my highest highs, and now it can take you there too. Be sure to check out my featured creator page linked down below alongside other creators' pages, pick up our favorite combos, and don't forget to use code WIZARD to save some money and support the channel. And remember, you can also use code WIZARD at Bays & Bricks and Noozle3D for 8 to 10% off your purchase at those shops as well, which is an amazing way to save a few bucks and support the channel. Don't forget to check out the brand new merch store to pick up high quality embroidered apparel, your favorite anti-Wizard Wizard Club lock chip stickers, and so much more. Thank you so much for listening, and with that said, let's get right back into the video. Let's start with a recap of where we landed at the end of October, looking at the top overall combos of the current meta. Number 1, playing a country mile this time, is Wizard Rod 160 Hexa with 98 points. Rod on Hexa has gotten an insane lead over every other combo, with Cobalt Dragoon on 560 Elevate in a distant second place with 45 points. The rest of the top 10 combos are made up of almost exclusively attack blades, featuring Hover Wyvern, Shark Scale, and Phoenix Wing, alongside one deflating Wizard Rod on 960 Ball with just 18 points. Shark Scale in particular is being ran almost exclusively on low rush at the top levels of the meta, with all 4 of its appearances in the top 10 combos utilizing that bit. Now, the top 10 does seem a bit static compared to last month's roundup, but looking at the broader movers and shakers starts to show us something a bit more interesting and peculiar. Wizard Rod on 660 Hexa of all ratchets has the largest rank improvement last month, jumping from rank 213 all the way to rank 15. Though it's only gone up by 11 points, that's 11 more wins than it had in the previous month, which is pretty impressive. I really wonder if we're going to soon find a way to claw our 160 ratchets back from Wizard Rod on Hexa, whether it's through innovative ratchet testing like 660 or via new releases like the upcoming 060 ratchet. Aero Pegasus on 760 level sees some refreshed love again, climbing 176 ranks up to rank 37, though that reflects just 4 more wins than the previous month, so keep that in mind. But as we all know, when new stars rise, they cast long shadows, and somewhere in that darkness, Silver Wolf is howling beneath the eclipse. This blade is in a tough spot. It's consistently slipping behind the overall meta as more popular picks are able to outshine it and defeat the defensive wall it relies upon to be relevant. The number of unique combos used on Silver Wolf has shrunk dramatically since I started running this monthly roundup by 75% to be exact, and the average combo rank has fallen as well from 90 all the way down to 166, the bottom of the barrel. On top of that, the points earned have been in a pitfall as well. From May to August, it was consistently declining from 44 points all the way down to 21. September saw a brief uptick, jumping back up to 35 points earned, but now that we're in November, it's fallen to its lowest point at just 8 wins for the blade across any combo utilizing it. maybe the upcoming release of Wolf Hunt can bring the pack back to the top of the food chain. Now let's double click into this data and talk about some of the most interesting individual part movements. Shark Scale continues its dominance and now is tied with Wizard Rod as the most competitive individual blade with 245 wins last month. After that, we see some familiar faces in Hover Wyvern, Arrow Pegasus, and Phoenix Wing, rounding out your top 5 blades. Though Phoenix Wing is not long for the top 5, as it has once again fallen in performance, dropping 77 points from last month and now has earned less than 100 points across all combos. Golem Rock is having a little moment with an increase in points earned of 43% month over month. And looking at ratchets, not a lot to say here. Your typical 60 heights are all highly used. 170 and 660 saw slight improvements. I think there will be more exciting stories to tell on the ratchet front once 060 releases and gets in more people's hands. For bits, a deeper look at the data shows us an interesting uptick in experimentation. While the top bits have generally stayed the same in low rush, hexa, rush, kick, and level, the raw points from the top bits declined month over month, and some more niche bits have started to grow, namely low orb, taper, underflat, wall ball, and even the new trans kick, which we'll talk more about in a few. From personal experience, I can tell you a lot more folks are taking the time to use low orb on a certain new blade these days, and many are finding success with the hefty Pegasus Blast wheel combo when using taper. The balanced taper bit provides the right amount of stamina and slight aggression to weight bully effectively on that combo, and the data is beginning to reflect this shift in the meta. But now let's break all the rules and stare directly at the sun as we dive into the performance of some of the newest Beyblade X releases, starting with Soul Eclipse. We see the main blade here has chalked up 13 points since its release across 13 unique combos, no less. People are definitely still experimenting with the blade, and with the new assist blades heavy and free coming as well as the 060 ratchet and the more widely accessible Emperor metal lock chip, I think we're about to see CX cracked wide open, Eclipse included. That's a conversation for another video. But now I think it's time that we talked about the clock. Clock Mirage, that is. Clock Mirage earned 9 points across 5 unique combos last month, but there is a clear standout combo that has been Clock Mirage 455 Low Orb. As much as I want to see more experimentation for this extremely intriguing blade, there really isn't much left to do given the severe ratchet restrictions it has. Some players have found success on this combo by launching extremely defensively, literally positioning Clock as a complete shield against their opponent and achieving spin finishes fairly consistently this way. The problem, though, is that this is an extremely high skill launch requirement, which can be countered depending on your opponent's ability to read you and your ability to counter their read. Overall, I think this combo is one that you might find the most success with Clock Mirage and have the most fun using, but I still can't quite get behind using this blade at the very top tiers of the meta. One more sneaky release from last month is Trans Kick, a bit that offers the performance of Kick in a potentially shorter package. The jury is still out on this one, as the data shows lukewarm adoption among competitive players, but at the same time, I've heard of and seen some really interesting innovation using this bit, especially with high lift recoil blades like Hover Wyvern. Watch this bit space. Could make some moves sooner or later. So to wrap up our November meta roundup, the latest releases haven't made nearly as big of a splash as things like Shark Scale did, though they aren't completely useless either. The top tiers of the meta are relatively stable month to month, but I don't see that lasting with the November releases getting into bladers' hands right about now. I recommend experimenting with different ratchets on rod, namely 660 or the new 060 as well. Also, do some bit experimentation with the new combos available to CX with heavy and free assist blades as well. proper balance tuning, a CX build with the heavy assist blade, and potentially even a metal lock chip in Emperor or Valkyrie might just create the most terrifying wrecking ball of a combo we've ever seen. There's a lot more to this data that we don't have time to cover today, but I hope this has been helpful and insightful for you. With that said, like this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more awesome Beyblade X content in your feed very, very soon. Don't forget to use code WIZARD at Baylocker, Bays and Bricks, and Newsel3D for 8 to 10% off your order respectively. It's a great way to support the channel and save yourself a few bucks. If you want to support the channel even further, consider becoming an official member of the Anti-Wizard Wizard Club by hitting the join button down below. Doing so enables you to engage in a Patreon-like service for a few bucks. You get early access to my latest videos. You also get an invite to a members-only exclusive Discord server filled with your favorite content creators, myself, and other community members. Thank you so much to the current Anti-Wizard Wizard Club members listed on the screen now. Your support is deeply, deeply appreciated. Really, thank you so much. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all that kind of stuff. My name is Ryan with Anti-Wizard Wizard Club, and welcome to the club.
We do.